Okay, I'm excited. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow dropshippers and e-commerce store owners, welcome to our 41st live Q&A webinar. Today, we have a very special guest joining us, someone who has been at the forefront of the dropshipping industry for over a decade. He is the CEO of AutoDS, the all-in-one automation software solution that you've grown to know and love. Please give a warm welcome to Lior Pozin with over 12 years of experience in the dropshipping industry. Lior has a wealth of knowledge to share with us today. We'll be touching base on the future of e-commerce and dropshipping, AutoDS's amazing roadmap up ahead, and we'll also answer your questions live as well as announce one lucky winner for our 30-day free mentorship prize. So be sure to stick with us until the end. I'm super excited to learn from Lior's insights and experience in the world of dropshipping and automation. It's been a while since we've seen you here. Welcome to the show, Lior. How are you doing today?
Hey everyone, I'm so excited to be here. Liran, thanks for having me and for this great idea of making this live together. So much time without being on this YouTube channel, so it's exciting to me.
Really happy to have you here. Really happy to see this many people joining the live QA for just the first couple of minutes in. So let's go ahead and get right to the point. Can you give us an overview of AutoDS and its mission in the e-commerce industry?
Sure, so I'll talk now about the general AutoDS vision and what we do now, and I guess that later we will talk about more things for the future and our plans. So currently what AutoDS does is an all-in-one e-commerce and dropshipping platform. Our mission is to help any dropshipper to succeed with dropshipping in one place. If it's to find profitable products to sell, to import the products to their stores, to monitor for price or stock changes and manage inventory in the stores, to manage orders automatically, and to manage the customer support. Currently, we support dropshipping to different sites like eBay, Shopify, Facebook, Wix, WooCommerce, Amazon, and Etsy, which is coming soon. Our vision is to be one place for dropshippers and not just a software, but really an ecosystem, a community, an education place, and really a full automation platform.
Okay. What do you believe is the future of dropshipping, and how is AutoDS positioning itself in this market?
So that's a great question. Let's start from the end of this answer. So first, dropshipping is one of the oldest business models in the world. Always people bought things and sold on other places. Sometimes they really hold the inventory, but in some other cases, they just were a middleman. So dropshipping will stay with us for a lot of time. But what I saw in the last more than 12 years in this niche is that dropshipping is always evolving and always changing, which is one of the things that I personally really like in this niche, that you always need to involve yourself. It's always interesting and it's always new. And basically, so the future of dropshipping is that if you want to succeed, you always need to stay innovative. You always need to stay with the market. You always need the right tools and the right knowledge. And this is also why I said before that AutoDS isn't just automation, but also an education place. For me, the future of dropshipping is not just taking products from one place and selling it on one specific other selling channel, but really diversify for many different places. So, for example, we see now that more and more Shopify dropshippers are starting to sell on more places like Amazon or eBay, for example, or maybe even Facebook. And the other way around, we also see eBay dropshippers who go for Shopify stores to build their own brand and decrease their risk. And also eBay sellers who sell on ebay.com who go for other eBay marketplaces like eBay UK or eBay Germany, for example. So for me, the future of dropshipping is really to be innovative. It's really to split the store to more places and to build the brand. So if in the past you could just sell products and maybe not give your best customer experience to your buyers, now there are more and more dropshippers, and you always need to stay as much on the customer side as possible to help your customers, to give them the best experience. And this is something that we see that involving in dropshipping more and more, that people understand that. They understand that they cannot just sell a product and forget about it, but they really need to stay with the customer to answer their questions, to give them the best experience. So that's another thing that we see. To me, I think it will just keep evolving, keep going more and more into the brand building, into the cross-channel niches, which is exciting. You can see also how other things in the world affect also the dropshipping niche. So I'll take the example of the ChatGPT that we have now. So AI came to the world, and now more and more dropshippers understand how they can save time using this AI. How can they use the tools that the world offers us to really enjoy it in terms of how we save time, how we improve our stores, how we improve our products, and many other innovative ideas.
Okay, so first of all, great answer. I agree with you that it's a place where you need to learn to adapt and evolve if you want to stay here for the long run. And I see that as a really good thing, because in my past 5-6 years of doing drop shipping, and still, of course, doing it to this day, and I drop all my knowledge at our blog pages and at our YouTube channel, which I'm sure you guys have noticed. But you need to learn how to adapt, how to change, how to evolve. And every time something like this happens, when we even reach even a certain road bump along the way, we learn how to overcome it. And after we learn how to overcome it, we take this road bump, we turn it, we switch it from a problem to an opportunity. And after taking advantage of this and really being able to overcome whatever road bump we had, I always find myself growing bigger after these changes occur, after implementing these changes to my business. So I completely agree with you that it's an ever-changing and an ever-adapting business model. And the deeper we dig into it, the more methods we find out, and the more tools that suddenly become available to us, like ChatGPT, as you mentioned, which I'm using for many things, but mainly for optimizing my product descriptions and completely standing out and being 100% unique from the competition, which is something that I've always looked for to do. And as well as branding your store, like you mentioned, a lot of people ask, how can we brand a dropshipping store, because we don't have control over the product? So how can we brand the packaging, and how do we actually create a brand around this? And if that's a question that you guys were asking, we have the answers to that, of course, on our blog page, on our YouTube channel. Just search for branding, and you'll read the content on that. And let's move on, because we're about to dig much deeper and get a little bit more hardcore with the questions and answers. And I see a lot of people here. Really happy to see this amount of people in the live session. And I'm sure that you're about to enjoy the value that's about to come to you. So to my next question, can you speak, Lior, about the importance of cross-channel strategies, which you touched up on in e-commerce, and how AutoDS supports these cross-channel strategies?
Yeah, sure. I also want to add one more thing to what you just said about consistency. It's also something that we see, because it's always evolving. We know that people who stay consistent with learning, and even if something changes, they keep running the business. These are the people who last for a lot of time and for the term. So it's really interesting to see that.
Yes. Let's talk about let's take it back. I want to ask a more important question, then we're going to get to that one. This is going to be a build-up question to the next one. So a lot of people are I just know that a lot of people are waiting for this question. Please tell us about any new features that AutoDS is planning to roll out in the near future.
Oh, that's a great question.
Great question.
I don't have basically the chance to talk to people about it, which is exciting to me also about this live. So first, we saw the need of people to understand what to sell. If it's on Shopify or on eBay or Amazon, it doesn't matter. And what we are focusing on now is to help people, and this is one of the things that we just released, and we're releasing and improving it more and more, is how we help people to find profitable products to sell. So We just released the winning products section inside our marketplace. We will keep focusing on improving this marketplace, which means more products, more analyzed products, and more tools that will help people to find the right products to sell for any marketplace and for any type of dropshipper. If it's for bulk sellers on eBay who import tens of thousands of products, which is one of our upcoming releases where they will be able to import from the marketplace in bulk, or for dropshippers who focus on finding products one by one, where we will also help them, and we are already helping them with the winning products section on AutoDS. So this is one thing that we are focusing on, which is the products finding. The other thing is education. So you're doing amazing job as content team lead and leader in AutoDS, and we will keep giving the access to people to this amazing knowledge, and we'll keep focusing as a company on how we make it more accessible, how we make this knowledge more visible to the users, so they will have it inside the system, which is also one of our upcoming releases. We made our eBay course to be free, so now dropshippers can enjoy it and really succeed more and get more knowledge from us. So this is another focus of us as a company on going deeper into the education, help more and more dropshippers in this niche. Mario also joined us now to the YouTube channel, which is also one of the things to achieve that. The other thing is that we are releasing soon dropshipping to Etsy. We are helping people now also to understand how to advertise the products with the winning product section, and not just to see the products, but also to get deeper analysis of the product. Another thing is that we are working now, and this will be released probably in the next quarter maximum, is sourcing from China. We will help dropshippers to find the product that they want to sell in China, and then we will brand the package for them. We will ship it with faster shipping to any place in the world. We will give the quote for the dropshipper. And then this is one of the other things that will help our members to build their brand and to keep their customers happy. If you remember, I just said that it's important now, the long-term relationship with the customers. So that's another thing that we are going to release. AI, we are working on implementing AI like ChatGPT inside our system to save time for our members, to help improving the products. Branding options, we will help dropshippers to brand their products inside the system. If it's with the sourcing from China or with partnerships that we have with more and more suppliers inside AutoDS that will help to brand the packages before sending it to the end consumer. And the last one here is print on demand, which is another niche that we are going to develop inside AutoDS in this year. So that's the general idea. Also, a lot of focus on the marketplace, more products, more features, better sorting, better understanding of what to sell, improving our algorithms that show with big data what are the right products right now, where are the trends. So that's our main things for the upcoming few quarters.
Wow, so that was a lot to take in. For those of you who have just joined us right now, welcome. I have a really special event right now with Lior Pozin, the CEO of AutoDS, and we're talking about the future of dropshipping and what's going to happen with AutoDS in the coming year and more. And yeah, we just went over some of the most important stuff that that you guys just don't know about. I mean, there's the things that you do know about. You know about our new winning product system. It's already embedded inside. It's already inside the system. The last QA session was all about that, so you guys know how that works. You guys know all about our education, about our blog page, our YouTube channel, which is updating 2 to 3 times a week with fresh new content, new products to sell, new marketplaces, new case studies. new dropshipping tips and strategies, and it's always going to keep going. So you guys know that knowledge, and as Lior explained, also customer service, and I've been stressing this for years now, that it's all about, first of all, knowledge, because you don't want to jump in without knowing what you're doing, and of course customer service, which goes a long way. We're here for the long term. We're not here to make one-time sales. We're here for years and years, and for that to happen, we need branding, we need customer service, both of which are in the AutoDS roadmap this year, as well as artificial intelligence, which is just completely crazy. So Chat GPT, we're working on embedding that inside the system so that your product pages will automatically be 100% unique, and you will completely stand out from the competition. And that's really important, especially today where we have so many bad looking product pages. And I show that to you in our monthly product videos and what you can do to do a better job. Now that's pretty much going to be 100% completely automated for you. And of course, our marketplace, and we'll be able to source products for you. So when you find those winning products, we'll source it for you. We'll find cheaper prices. We'll ship it faster. Your customers will be happier, and you will be able to grow your store easier. And print on demand, which is another service that we're working on integrating in the AutoDS system. So Lior explained everything. So for those of you who have missed it, welcome. We still have so much more to cover. We still have to ask. I still have more important questions to ask. And I still have the mentorship program. I want to give one lucky winner 30 days of free mentorship. And you all of you who will stay with us to the end of this live event, you'll all be eligible. Well, you'll have to do something, and I'll tell you what it is. It's really quick, and you'll all be eligible to enter the next 30-day free mentorship program. So do stay with us till the end. I'm sure that you will appreciate it. And let me just bring it on to our next question. So Lior, can you speak about the importance of cross-channel strategies? So you talked a little bit about cross-channel, and a lot of people usually start their dropshipping businesses usually from AliExpress to eBay, or Amazon to eBay, or AliExpress to Shopify, just single channel stuff. So let me know now how AutoDS supports or will support cross-channel strategies. That's the question.
Great. So yeah, before I answer this question, I would like to say a bit more likes to this video. So everyone click the like button on this video right now, so more people will see what's involving in AutoDS and where the dropshipping niche is going now. About the cross channels. So first, it will decrease your risk. So if I'm selling only on eBay or only on Facebook, and let's say that something happened to my store, it can be anything. It can be just the traffic decreased, a lot of competition, or the general marketplace just decreased in its traffic, and now I want to decrease my risk from this killing my business. It's my main job or my side job anyway. I don't want to lose money if something like that happens, and this is the first reason of why to go for more than one selling channel. The second thing is, why not? You already found the products. Why not to just push it to more selling channels? It's very easy to do. It's not a big process to create. It's not a long process to create an account on any marketplace, even on Amazon, which is the more complicated one. It's still not a big deal to do that. So why not? You already found what to sell. You're already spending your time. Just push it to one more place and decrease your risk. It's more traffic. Some people are buying on eBay. Some people just got to your store on Facebook. And some people like to buy on Shopify, and they found your store from advertising on Google, TikTok, or Facebook. So that's the other way. And it's really the cheapest way to expand to more selling channels, to expand your brand. We talked about brand building. Mostly brands will appear on multiple channels, not just in one place. So you want that if someone is searching for your store name on other selling channel because they forgot that they bought it on eBay, you want to appear there also. So that's the main points for me for cross channel. That's where I see the world is going. And also one more important thing, remember always to sell the things that are right for the specific marketplace. So, for example, I will not sell electronics or electronic products on Etsy. I will go for handmade. So that's also something that we need to keep in mind when we do the cross channel selling.
Okay, great tips, great insights. I want to circle back to what you said about not just. I mean, it's easy to just take your listings, take your best sellers, add more marketplaces to add more selling channels to AutoDS, and just list those products there. It's easy because you do it in a couple of clicks, and everything is already done for you. But it's also important, and we spoke about the importance of knowledge and knowing what you're doing, and not just kind of shooting arrows in the dark. The fact that you have these resources and tools today, I think, is completely amazing. But knowing how to use those tools and resources the right way, so that when you start your Etsy store, you won't get a suspension right away because, like you mentioned, you listed electronics, which doesn't have to do with Etsy's selling policies. They're looking for arts and crafts. They're looking for DIY, do-it-yourself projects. They're looking for anything in those specific niches. They also support things like party supplies and party favors and things like that. But you really have to be careful when you're starting a new marketplace. Make sure that you have the knowledge. And for that, of course, you have our blog page, our YouTube channel. I already spoke about that, so I'm not going to, I'll keep repeating that. But you have all of the knowledge there. So make sure that you do know what you're doing. But once you do start cross-channel strategies, cross-channel selling, then, like you mentioned, Lior, you guys will notice that you're going to have. I mean, it's inevitable. You're going to get more traffic. You're going to get more sales because not everyone who goes to eBay also goes to Facebook Marketplace or Etsy or Amazon. We haven't touched up on that, but you guys know that today we also support Amazon as a selling channel. We just released them in the previous week. So make sure that you know what you're doing in your selling channels before you actually start selling there. First, rack up your knowledge, take it easy, but do cross-channel strategies because that will give you much more sales, much more profits. And again, as long as you have the basic knowledge and tools, you're going to head in the right direction and you're going to enjoy those extra numbers, especially when today you can just take all of them and do it all in one place, one dashboard, one product screen, one order screen, one product importer screen to all of your stores and all of your selling channels. So it's completely amazing. Let me move on to my next question. And this one is important because, I mean, things will not always go the way that we plan, especially when we're starting a new business. And, you know, we're not here to tell everyone, hey, guys, just start a business and you'll be successful and you'll make so much profits. There are road bumps. And this leads me to my next question. So what would you say, Lior, are some of the biggest challenges facing the dropshipping industry today? And how is AutoDS addressing them?
Cool. So it's a great question. Let's start with shipping times. So one of the things that changed in the world also during the COVID is the shipping times. Sometimes there are, for example, now in January we had all China in holidays, long shipping time. So what we do for these cases is that we just offer more suppliers. And now we are also working on the sourcing project from China, which also will decrease the shipping time. But the customers want to get the products fast, and this is why we have a lot of domestic suppliers also, like Amazon, Wayfair, and many other suppliers. And the other thing is scaling. We saw during all the time in this niche that it's not very hard to succeed in dropshipping, but it's hard to stay stable on scale. And let's talk about a few different topics here. So the first thing is that inventory. If you have multiple stores or multiple selling channels, it's very tricky to manage all this inventory and start jumping between different selling channels. And this is why on AutoDS we allow to manage the inventory in one place. We released around a bit more than a year ago the AutoDS, around 2 years ago, AutoDS V2, which focused on how you see all your stores from one place. You can see the dashboard, you can see the products, the orders, the messages, everything in one place for all your orders and all your selling channels. So that's one thing that came to be there when you do the scaling. So you don't need to remember, oh no, I didn't check this and that store. I just know that everything is here, and I just go to AutoDS and I can take all my data from there. The other thing is the support system. So it also help to scale to manage all this all the customer service in one place. We know that on eBay people usually manage more than one store, so this is why the system is there. Orders fulfillment at scale. We created a service called Fulfill by AutoDS. It's very hard for people to manage, let's say, even more than 10 orders a day. It becomes a work. It becomes something that needs your attention. You cannot go to holidays. You need always to remember that you need to process these orders at time. And this is why we created the Fulfill by AutoDS, which now supports all Chinese and all US suppliers inside the system. So basically, it helps people to scale without thinking about this, that if they have too many orders, they need to remember to process all these orders, which are good problems, but it's still something that needs to be done. Also, for beginners, even if you work with, let's say, AliExpress, after some time, AliExpress will require you to verify your credit card, or basically most of suppliers do that. And this is why we are there with accounts that already established the trust with any supplier, and we help you to overcome any of these challenges. Talking about the scale a bit more, something that dropshippers struggling with in many cases is building the team. So first, it's something that I wanted to talk more about it. So it's really critical to build the team that goes with you and helps you to scale. You see that you're already making profit. You want to make this a business and not just one store. You want to go for more stores, more products, more scale. And this is why we created the users system inside AutoDS. Again, on the new system, it helps you to give specific permission for specific user to specific store. So for example, I can give to one employee an access only for the option of orders fulfillment and only for these 3 specific stores. So that's another challenge that dropshippers had. How can they use more employees and more team to manage their stores? And now we came with this solution to help with this problem. We also know that on Shopify, people work with agencies, so they can also give access to them, to their accounts. So I think that these are the main challenges, the scaling, which again, I will remind here, customer support, don't forget about it when you work on scaling. It's critical thing. We see people who scale too fast, forget about the support, forget about fulfilling orders on time, and then, for example, eBay can suspend their account, and people come to our support and say, hey, I don't know why eBay suspended my account. And it's pretty clear for us, and we see that from our data, that it happens when people don't work in the right way, when people don't give the support that they would like to get as customers. So these are the main things that currently we see in dropshipping, and we are always there to educate, as I said before, to help with the tools and automations to do that. If it's orders fulfillment or multi-store management from one place, and even the education.
All right. So some real golden nuggets here. So when we're talking about customer fulfillment, customer service, we can't stress that enough how important it is, and scale with tact. If you know, when you get to that success, to that store success where you actually start to make sales and you start to scale your business, it's a great feeling. It's a wonderful feeling. It's even addicting. It gets your dopamine going, and you just keep thinking about bigger numbers, bigger numbers. Okay, I made it this far, now I want to make it this far. Okay, I made it this far, now I want to make it this far. And at this point, many people tend to jump above their bellies and dive headfirst into unknown territory, and this is where they usually face new challenges, and sometimes the challenges can be fatal. And this is where, of course, you need to come in with the knowledge, with how to do it correctly, and don't neglect your customers because you have orders to fulfill. Uh, it's more important to get to your customers, and of course, you also need to fulfill your orders because that also has to do with customer service. If they're not going to get their orders on time, they're not going to be happy, and then you're going to go into a snowball, an avalanche of just trying to chase after your own tail, making sure that your business stays afloat. And for that, I highly recommend to use the Fulfilled by AutoDS service. So true story, before Lior started the Fulfilled by AutoDS service, I was having a lot of trouble with my eBay accounts. It was, I think it was anywhere between 2 to 3 years ago. And back then I was working only with Amazon. Today, thank God I'm working with multiple suppliers. So I have a lot more balance into my business. But back then I was working only with Amazon to eBay. I was fulfilling all the orders by myself, all from one Amazon account. Back then, Amazon didn't used to cause any trouble at all. You could fulfill even 100 orders from one account to multiple addresses, and they really wouldn't care. And then at some point, they just dropped the hammer and said, okay, that's it. No more. No more shipping to 10 different places under one account. We know that you're drop shipping, and we don't support that because we're retail. So what happened here was Lior came up with a strategy for the Fulfilled by AutoDS service, which means you don't need any more buyer accounts, not at Amazon, not at other places like Walmart, Home Depot, AliExpress. We'll take care of all your order fulfillment for you. We'll use our buyer account, so you don't ever have to worry about account locks, account suspensions. And I must admit, throughout the last a few years, when the service was just getting started, was just starting to roll, I was there since day one, since even before day one, and that was before I started even working at AutoDS myself, and took on the content here. So what happened back then was I got in touch with Lior. It was easy because he used to be at the front line with his customers in the customer service channels, and he used to just answer customers one by one. So I was like, okay, I have his phone number. Let's send him a few messages. Okay, so Lior, yeah, I'm having some trouble. I'm thinking about, I don't know, maybe stopping this, maybe going somewhere else. I'm not sure, but my Amazon account is in jeopardy right now. And he's like, just wait, because in a couple of days I got this new system. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be one of the guinea pigs to the system. And I was glad I did it because we've had some ups and downs since then, but today I can gladly say that the system is working flawlessly, and it really saved my business. Once I started to automate my orders, I've never looked back, and I'm sure that I never will. So that's for the Fulfilled by AutoDS service, and of course the importance of customer service and how the combination of them two can really bring your business up. Okay, my next question, Lior, can you share some insights into AutoDS's roadmap? We touched up on a few things, but some insights into AutoDS's roadmap and where the company sees itself in 5 years.
Okay, so where do we see us in 5 years? It's a great question. As the domain changes so fast, it's always hard to think about it, but it's an exciting challenge that we always facing, how we adapt and how we look that forward, because that's the only way that we can really change the world of dropshipping and really affect for the long term. So first, we will keep focusing on the all-in-one. So this is part of our vision. We want to be there everywhere: products finding, print on demand, sourcing from China, dropshipping to multiple channels. It's all things that we will keep doing and keep going deeper and deeper to involve AutoDS to more channels, to more places, and to improve all our services together. This that we are one place for everything helps us to connect all the dots and to understand where dropshipper needs our help during their way, and then we will be there for each point in their journey. So that's another thing that we want to just focus. We want to keep doing it. It's something that we believe in, and that's why we are doing that, because when I started, I didn't have any software. I had to go manually, take it here, put it here. Then we saw some software that do a specific thing for products finding, and another software that also does products finding, but for bulk, for example. So this one does only for manual import, and this one only for multiple products import. So, and then they became one software. So we want to be one software that develop all the different things in during the journey of the dropshipper. And the second thing is keep educating our members. If it's improving our mentorship program that we do, the lives that you do, and our YouTube channel that gives a lot of insights from dropshipping, using our data, using our knowledge, using our experience, what we hear and see in the market. So we want to keep focusing on that more and more for anything that we do as an all-in-one. We also need to provide the right content, so we will support the dropshipper not just with the software but also with the education. I think that it should come together always for us. We plan in the upcoming few years to go deeper into our data to understand how we actually help dropshippers to succeed, not just by more tools, but also maybe we can help dropshippers to optimize their products automatically. Maybe we can use our data and our knowledge to improve the listings on eBay or any other marketplace, to adapt it more for the marketplace. So that's the long-term vision. We want to look deeper how we can do more and more for dropshipper in terms of us as a company, as us as a technology, to help them to succeed for the long term. And more focus on the cross-selling. So as we discussed in the beginning, we see the importance of that, and we want to push our members to do that. So if we see that someone sells on eBay, we will help to copy the products to Amazon or to any other marketplace, maybe also to help you to build your own Shopify or other channel like WooCommerce store from your products. And that also connects me to this, that we want to focus more on the branding. So we believe, as I said before, that dropshippers need to go for cross-channel, for larger stores, for larger brands, not necessarily in terms of amount of products, but in general as a brand, and build the branding. So we want to be there for all this process, from finding the right products for your brand, to sourcing it, to shipping it, to manage your orders, to manage your support, and to brand the product, of course, from the beginning. So that's our long-term vision. We want to be there. Another layer that we want to go is not just dropshipping, but also help our dropshippers, our sellers, to manage their stores, not just for dropshipping, because we see people who are doing dropshipping in addition to this, that they're also selling on their store their own products. So dropshipping became not just a side business or a full-time business where people doing only dropshipping. We see that people who already have their stocks, already have their own warehouse, want to expand with dropshipping, and we want to be there for these people also. So that's for me the vision for the upcoming 5 years: technology, education, and going for all-in-one as deeper as possible.
Amazing. The hybrid dropshipping business model, I think, is one of the greater ideas that I've heard about in the previous year. So this is a model, as Lior started to explain, where you can, you're dropshipping, you're already selling inventory without investing in it. So it's easy to get started, and the entry barrier is really, really low. Of course, knowledge, I talked about it. Customer service, I talked about it. But to get started, it's really easy, and you don't have to put any money up front. So you're listing a whole bunch of items that you don't actually hold in stock. And when some of them start to sell, and you find a really good bestseller from your products, because it's easy to test the market, it's easy to remove them, it's easy to add new ones, it's easy to analyze, it's easy to continue testing the market with the dropshipping business model. And then what you do is, once you find a winner there, what you would do is you would start to negotiate with suppliers, especially on Alibaba, and soon, of course, AutoDS will also help you source products, and we'll be more than happy to help you there. But until that happens, you're going to go to Alibaba, you're going to search for manufacturers, you're going to start to negotiate, you're going to order some samples, and then you actually order to your house or to some warehouse, to a local warehouse or to a warehouse in the US if you're dropshipping there, and or to whatever region you're dropshipping to. And what you're doing here is you're getting better control over your product. You're getting a better price for it. You're going to profit more because you manufactured it. It's going to be easier to brand it. It's going to be easier to ship it out quickly because you know exactly how much inventory you have. You have someone who's working on shipping out the products for you. And if you try it the other way around, it's most likely not going to work. I'm not going to speak for 100% of the cases, but in most cases, it's not going to work, especially for beginners, because if you're just getting started, you have no idea what to sell. You think you may have a hunch, but you have no idea what to sell. And if you try purchasing inventory first and testing what's going to work for all those products that are not going to work for you, that's a waste of money. You have to get them off the shelf so that you'll have more money to invest in more stock to test. It's really, really difficult to start off with that model. So the hybrid dropshipping business model says test your products with dropshipping, sell them, enjoy the profits, and slowly start to bring into inventory your best sellers so that you can make more sales and more profit. But continue the hybrid model where you can easily test the products with dropshipping and make more sales with your best sellers through your inventory. So that's a really, really important thing, and I think it's a very valuable thing that I just learned in the previous year, and I think that everyone needs to also consider this. Hello to all of the 85 plus people that are in this live Q&A. If you just joined, I already asked Lior, the CEO of AutoDS, really important questions about AutoDS, where we stand today, what we have up ahead for dropshippers, for e-commerce store owners, for entrepreneurs, for AutoDS in general. And we're not done yet. I still have more important questions to ask him. We're still going to announce a winner from our previous live Q&A, the mentorship. He's who's going to get 30 days of free mentorship, and stay here till the end because I'm also going to announce the next winner. I'm going to start the next contest so that you will also have a chance to win 30 days of free mentorship. And if you haven't done so yet and you appreciate the value that you're getting in this live session, do like this video. That is all that we ask, to see your appreciation so that more people can have the chance to learn about the wonderful technologies and all of the amazing things that we have coming up ahead. So you guys know about all of the knowledge that we are putting out, and it's all 100% for free. Even the eBay course, as Lior mentioned, used to be $97 for a long time, and now it's completely free. So just go to autods.com/courses or autods.com and hover over resources and dropshipping courses on the top. And you're going to see 3 courses there: an eBay dropshipping course, a Shopify dropshipping course, and a Facebook Marketplace dropshipping course, all completely for free. On our YouTube channel, we also have a full Facebook Marketplace case study. So if you live in the US, I highly suggest trying this out. And yeah, you can just see what I did with our dropshipping Facebook account in 2 weeks of sales. Everything is 100% transparent. So you have all of the knowledge there. But what if you need more knowledge? What if it's not enough? What if you need someone to make a structure for you that's customized to your needs, that's customized to your knowledge, to your capabilities? That is why we have a mentorship program. And that's the next question that I want to ask Lior. So Lior, what can you say about the mentorship program and how it benefits entrepreneurs in the e-commerce space?
It's amazing. Just kidding.
Next question.
The mentorship program is a program that we created from understanding that we always take mentors. Like I always had personally mentors during all my way on AutoDS and before AutoDS. Our managers have mentors. We always trying to learn as much as possible. So we understood that, as we discussed enough, I think, in this session, knowledge is critical for dropshippers, but the public knowledge is good. We do our best to give as much knowledge as possible. But when you come for the place where you want to ask someone a question, you need a mentor. And this is why we created our mentorship program, a program that helps dropshippers to get access to one of the most amazing dropshippers I ever met, who is Daniel. He's our mentor. He also basically manages our fulfillment service and basically our e-commerce stores. So it's not just someone who there for some time and just started dropshipping, but the manager of this department is actually someone who sells by himself daily with hundreds of thousands of products in many different channels. And we wanted to get someone in this quality to answer our dropshippers who need help. People who struggle with any question about dropshipping can just go to this chat, ask the question they want, they will get the reply as soon as possible. It's always pretty fast. Daniel is there daily. And yes, this is something that we saw that helps dropshippers to stay with us for the long term. And this is the most important part for us to see. Basically, we want to see people succeed, people who make profits. And this is why we created this program. We monitor it daily on the success of people, on how people keep asking questions and get answers on time, and how it helps them to take their businesses for the next level. So that's my insights about this program. I'm a big believer of that, and that everyone needs a mentor.
I agree. I completely agree. Guys, I'm going to do you all a favor and I'm going to stop emphasizing on Lior's answers because we are starting to run out of time. I have more questions to ask him. I want him to answer them. And I still want to answer some of your questions. I won't be able to answer all of them in this live session like I usually do in the previous ones, but I will. We will choose some questions and answer you guys live. And then, of course, stay till the end because I want you all to win our 30-day mentorship program. Okay, so moving on to my next question. We're filling up a few classrooms here with about 90 people. Can you tell us about the success story or notable accomplishments that AutoDS has achieved in its journey so far?
Oh, wow. Yes. So first we passed the 100 people in the company. Probably we are the largest dropshipping brand or one of the largest dropshipping brands. But the largest, at least from what I know. We helped over 100,000 dropshippers to make living from dropshipping in the last year, which is a big success for us and one of our most important KPIs that we check. We won the competition of Pioneer as the e-commerce business of the year in 2022, which was also a great success for us to see that another big company, basically public company, that sees a lot of e-commerce sellers and a lot of e-commerce companies that announce something like that about AutoDS. And basically it also gives us the understanding that dropshipping is there and only growing when a company like that also supports us. So that's another big accomplishment that we saw. Some other things that also important to us, and I can add here, is that we see the improvement on the support on AutoDS. We see the improvement in the feedbacks that we get from our users for the live chat that we always trying to keep open as much as possible. And we see the success of the users from the mentorship that we just discussed, which are also big achievements for us. It's hard to measure, but we see always the ratings going higher and higher, and that's the critical thing for us.
Okay, great. And how about 60,000 YouTube subscribers, which we just reached, which I'm also very proud of. And yeah, definitely. Okay, I said I'm not going to emphasize. Next question. Are you still dropshipping, Lior? And if so, I think a lot of people would want to know this. What selling channels and suppliers are you actually working with today?
I agree about the 60,000, and this is why people need to click the like button to push this video up so more and more people will see this video, and also get us to the 100,000 subscribers. We are doing our best. Liran is giving everything to make this happen, so click the like button.
They deserve to get that value just like you.
I personally, we had the first 1 or 2 years in AutoDS where I was overloaded, and then one day I said, wait, we cannot not do dropshipping. It's something that is critical for us to stay connected to the market. That's the only way how we can test our own tools. And this is why the answer is yes. I still do dropshipping, not by myself, not by going into the channels, but I always monitor that. The way how I manage it and how I do that is that we have our e-commerce department, which also I said before, Daniel is managing it. And we have our own stores there. And most of the stores are for purposes of research. So even if we see something that works really well for us, we mostly will, not mostly, always will publish it in our channels and explain other people how to make profit from that and continue to the next thing for the next research, for the next channel, and the next strategy. So that's our only way to stay connected with the market. And I think this is one of our biggest differences between any other competitor, because we are there, we are in this market. I'm there for more than 12 years, and we will still stay there for as much as this company runs, because we want to stay connected to the market. So yes, we do dropshipping, we do that successfully. We have tens of different stores. Yeah.
If you want to scale, virtual assistants is definitely a good option, and you all have that option in the AutoDS system, where you can simply add a virtual assistant, give him delegation to whatever privileges you want him or her to have on the system, and that way, as you slowly build trust, delegate more privileges to them, and help them help you automate your business and easily open up more and more, and scale at ease. So guys, we're not done yet. Stay right where you are, because in a few minutes, when we finish this live Q&A, you are all going to be eligible to enter our 30-day free mentorship live price. So we're going to do that in a few minutes. And in the last few minutes that we have left before I announce the winner and before we start the next session, and just in case if you guys just joined right now, first of all, hello. This was a really, really special session with AutoDS's CEO, Lior Pozin. We talked about the future of AutoDS. We talked about the future of entrepreneurship, e-commerce store owners and dropshippers alike, and AutoDS's roadmap and all kinds of insights, how it all started, where we stand today, how we see the future, and all kinds of things and features that will come out in the system that we haven't spoken about before. So stay where you are, because we're about to start the competition. And now we're going to move over to the chat section and answer some of your questions with those few minutes that we have left. Okay, so first of all, I want to say thank you for everyone who joined. I also noticed that some of you are helping each other out in the chat box. Some of you are asking questions. Some of you are helping each other answer each other's questions. So I really appreciate to see that. And let's get started. Let's answer a few questions. We've got about 100 people here. So yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to go over to the chat section right now, and I'm going to look for a question. Just remember, guys, if it is a technical question, you should open up a chat support ticket for that. I haven't seen any yet, but I'm just doing a quick filter just to find you guys' questions. We had a lot of hellos, so let me just finish all the hellos that we had in the beginning of the session. And let's start with one of the questions that I see here. Why do you not add an auction format for AutoDS? I'll give my answer here, unless your answer will be different, Lior, but I honestly never use the auctions. I don't like the fact that I need to pay $1 in order to list a product for an auction, and then if it doesn't sell, then I lost $1. I'd rather list a product for $0 without an auction, let it sell, if not now, then in 1 month, and I'll still be happy about it. But let me know if there's a different answer to this.
No.
Okay, let's move on. So we had hello. We had lots of hellos. What do you recommend I do for including sales tax into my pricing from US-based products I buy on Amazon, for example, considering sales tax are different in each state? So Stephanie, I'll tell you what I do with my stores. What I do is I know what my source price is. I know what my break even is according to my selling channel. And also according to the supplier that I'm using, but it's most of the expenses are going to come from your selling channel and your supplier. You just have a source price there. So whatever you need to pay for the product, that's going to be your price. And what I usually do is I add another 10% to the source price. Okay, so I usually add that to my profit. So for example, I have a 15% break even, And instead of 40% profit on top of my break even, I add 50%. And then in case I don't get charged tax, I'm just going to earn all that 50% into my profit. And if I did pay tax, then it's going to be around 40 or 42 or 38, depending on how much the tax was on the source price. Okay, so that's one of the ways to do it. You can also add a certain price in fixed dollar amount on top of your profit. So you can say, okay, I want to make 50% profit plus another $2 in fixed price. So you can also do that. But in any case, you just need to take that into account, add it to your break even or add it to your profit. And that's how you can easily overcome the sales tax and still make your profit on top of that. Will there be updates to Facebook Marketplace and AutoDS's features for supporting it? Lior, I think this one is good for you.
Yes, we just see that currently we support most of the things that are needed there. The only thing that we are still missing is automated orders for Facebook Marketplace, and that's something that is in progress.
Right. It's in progress, and you guys can all learn about it. If you go to the AutoDS platform, you'll have that circle on the top right. And if you click on that circle, you'll be able to enter our internal upvoting system where you can first of all create a vote for a feature that you want to see in the system, as well as upvote other people's feature requests. And that was one of the feature requests that people voted for. So the developers are working on it as we speak. I think we have time for one more, and then I'm going to announce the winner and start the next contest for the 30 days mentorship. So I'm just gonna look for something. One more. Let's look at this one. Is there a way to make products arrive at similar times? Like, what if someone orders more than one product and the products are from AliExpress? Can you cover this? So I will cover this. When I have an order from one customer and he buys a couple of things from my store, and the couple of things are from different sellers but from the same supplier, like it could be on AliExpress, on Walmart, on Amazon, whatever. So you have different sellers there, but it's from the same supplier. Most likely, the product is not going to arrive at the same time, even if you process the order manually. So whether you process it manually or automatically, you're most likely going to get two different tracking information. But that's not the case that's not always the case. I've had situations where I ordered products from AliExpress to the same address, but from different sellers, and AliExpress would combine them into one package and ship it with just one tracking number on that one package that has all of the products inside from different sellers. So I've had situations like that. I've also had that on Amazon and Walmart, but it's not guaranteed. So it's either going to be a yes or a no. But in any case, your customer won't really care. As long as they're going to get what they paid for and they got it on time according to your policies, it should all be fine. And to the last question, is it possible to make $2,000 a month on eBay? For me, it's a big yes. I'm sure that it is for Lior too. And you guys should take into consideration that we're still dropshipping. We're not just talking about it. We're still doing it. I show it in my live videos. I show it in the YouTube videos and in our blog articles. I try to show as much as I can from my personal account to show you guys that it's very possible. And not only is it possible, but it's being done. Like you can hide from it, but it's still there. It's being done by many dropshippers. And that's pretty much the time that we have for the questions. I really apologize for those that I couldn't get to. I can see all of your guys' questions. I really hope that you guys will join the next live, but don't go, because we're about to announce the 30-day mentorship winner right now. And as soon as I do it, I'm now going to announce the winner from the previous live session. And as soon as I finish that, we're going to start the next contest. So stay where you are so that you will be eligible to enter the next contest. Now, this is going to be a recorded session on our YouTube channel. So if you just joined right now, first of all, hello and welcome. You just missed a really important session. But in just a few minutes, it's going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel. So just refresh our YouTube channel, go to the live section, and you'll see this video in a few minutes. And when you see this video, that is where you are going to enter our mentorship contest. I'm going to give you the details on that and what you need to do in order to enter the contest. But now I'm going to share my screen and we're going to announce the winner from the previous live and then give you room to enter the next contest. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started. This is the previous live session right here. Okay, we had the 40th live Q&A. Right now we're on the 41. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the link. And we're going to go to the YouTube comment picker. Now, what you had to do here was comment #automate and your top takeaway from that live session. And you're also going to do the same to enter the next one, but we're going to get to that. Let's finish up with the mentorship winner. So I'm going to paste the URL. Sorry, looks like it's the wrong link. Let's copy this one. Okay, so this is the previous live session. I'm going to load the comments. And I'm only going to announce a winner who actually played by the rules, which the rule was to use #automate, as well as your top takeaway from that live video. So let's see who the winner is. Can we get a drum roll, please? And the winner is Ernest887. Automate, I'm starting to use AutoDS for my eBay journey. Thank you so much for the great content. Thank you, Ernest, for taking interest. Welcome to our 30-day free mentorship program. I hope that this will help you start and scale your business the right way. And quite frankly, I can't wait to hear about your success story. So welcome, enjoy it. We are going to send you a message on the previous live. We're going to comment on your comment, and we're also going to comment on this session to make sure that you know that you are the winner. And we're going to give you the details on what you need to do to reach out to us and start your 30 days of free mentorship. So again, Ernest87, welcome. I'm glad that you are our next winner. Thank you for being in that live session. And for all of you who are still here, for all of you 100 who are here, you are now going to enter our next competition. So what you need to do is I'm going to end this live session in a minute. And when I do that, go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/AutoDS or AutoDS.com/YouTube. If you confused it, you're still going to make it to the same place. And what you need to do is go to the comment section, not the live chat box, not this one. Go to our comment section in the video and do the same thing as the last live session and be a winner like Ernest87. Comment #automate in the comment section. Let me know what is your top takeaway from this live session. And in our 42nd live session 2 weeks from today, you're going to find out if you are the winner. Guys, thank you for joining this live session. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that other dropshippers will also have the chance to see this amazing live session. And of course, learn about AutoDS automation and how to start your e-commerce business the right way. Thank you for joining. And Lior, I had a great time. A big thank you to you too.
Thanks. Thank you for having me here. And I wish everyone a lot of success with dropshipping. And thanks again.